All right. I'm gonna build you up. Okay.
Can we do like a WWE style like entrance thing?
No.
No? Okay, we don't have the budget for that?
We don't. Okay. But
Oh, The Outsider. I love that book.
trying to find it.
Stephen King Outsider. Big black one, yellow letters, middle
First row. Yep.
Have you read it?
No.
No?
Everything on that shelf I have not read.
You should read it. It's a good book. They just made a TV show about it. TV show's really good.
Well, I will get to reading that. Please don't tap. I'm sorry.
I'm
just masturbate. Oh yeah, I do. Oh no. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dave's Ditch Podcast. The fan's on, and it's probably fucking up the audio, but hey, I could change it later. All right. I can edit it so the fan's not in it. Okay. This is episode like 4, and I'm pissed.
Why are you pissed?
I'm pissed off.
Why are you pissed off?
Because I invited Trevor because he's been bitching about you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Michael, by the way.
Yeah, I'm Michael. Hi.
And holy shit, he does not show up.
Yep. I think you can only have 2 people at a time. I think that's just the rule now.
What the actual fuck? He's been bitching.
Maybe it's you.
What do you mean?
Maybe it's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
I don't know. Maybe it's like there's so much just sexual tension.
Oh yeah.
That it's like
we can't have 3 guys.
We can't have 3 in the room. That's just the musk that will. It's like it's like the musk that will come off of us.
Elon Musk.
Yeah. What the fuck's this kid's name?
T800 or something.
Yeah.
T8.
Stupid.
T200. It's his wife's fault. His wife is the reason why.
No, it's him. He's the fucking rich $1 million maniac.
Yeah, but she's the weird one. Like, apparently, I don't know anything about her or him.
She's probably a robot.
But I've heard that she's pretty fucking weird.
Well, that's understandable.
Weird.
If she likes Elon Musk, she's definitely weird.
But yeah, this is Michael.
Hello.
And his debut on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. This is actually my second time debuting on this podcast.
Yeah, it's everyone's second time.
Yeah. Did you hear that Telltale Games closed down?
Yeah, we talked about this on the first one.
Did you really? God damn.
No, like, we talked about this in the first...
It was the joke. That was the joke.
First one. Oh.
That was a joke, because... Inside joke between us.
It whizzed over my head.
If Trevor were here, he would have gotten it. But he's not.
I don't know if he would have. If insert YouTube name here was here... I'm Ultralek, by the way.
Stupid ass name.
I'm Ultralek, by the way.
Both of them are stupid names.
Yeah, Michael. It's not even your real name.
It's not. It's my middle name.
David's the only person here that has a real name. David. And he hasn't been on the podcast either.
My alternate name is Spiral Lovin', for any of those wanting to know.
You're obsessed with that little purple fuck.
I'm not. And my friend is. It's a long story. Don't ask where the name came from.
You've sent me, like, so much shit about that little purple dragon.
What do you mean so much shit? I haven't sent you anything about it.
Yes, you have. You've told me about it. You've sent me hentai about it.
Well, yeah, that's different.
Like, I can't go a day without seeing that.
Hentai does not go with lore. Lore is...
I can't go a day without seeing that little fucking dragon. Are you scaly or something?
It makes you happy, though, like, seeing him.
What?
Yeah.
Well, are you saying it makes me happy seeing him?
Yes.
Why?
If you get the same joy I do every single day by seeing him, then you're doing something right.
I'm trying to think of something that gives me the same joy as you seeing that purple dragon.
Is it that weird little doll you got in the corner?
No.
Okay. Have you told your listeners about that doll yet? She's fucking looking at me.
It's like an art stand thing with clothes for some fucking reason.
It's an anime hentai doll.
It is not a hentai doll.
It's not. It looks like it could be used for hentai though, and it's just standing in the corner.
Well, if you're weird, it could. That could be anything though. Any doll could be used for hentai if you wanted
anything can be a dildo if you try hard enough.
This little model you have can be used. Are you gonna paint it?
That's your job. You're gonna paint it.
It's my job?
No. I'm never gonna paint that. Fuck that. That's too much work.
Too much work?
Those little ass D&D figures they're impossible if you don't have the patience over the tiny hands.
You don't need tiny hands, you just need tiny brushes. Like, these things you need, like...
Tiny brushes can be used best in tiny hands.
I have huge hands, but...
He looks like he's got... I showed it to my dad. He didn't care, but he's like, why is his dick out?
Oh, that thing in the front?
Yeah, it looks like his dick's hanging out.
That's why you need to paint it, so that you can see that it's not a penis.
Mm-hmm.
It's a belt. It's like a kung fu belt. Mm-hmm. Kobold.
He is a kobold druid. Do you know what a druid is?
Yes, it's like for non-nerds. It's basically a wizard.
It's like a wizard who's in touch with nature, and he can turn into animals and use nature attacks, and it's awesome.
I've never seen. My fantasy is not there. I have never seen a kobold used in a sense to where he's a good guy.
I have.
You have?
Well, no.
Every
that
time
wasn't
I see
a kobold. That was a birdman. What are those called? Little
harpies?
No, kenku.
I've never heard of kenkus.
Okay, druids kobolds.
Okay.
Kobolds are assholes.
Yeah, they're always represented as
they hate all races and they hate their own race. They're like
so they're white people.
Basically, yes.
So the kobold is the fantasy white person.
For those listeners who don't know, a kobold is like
it's like a little blue fuck.
It's a little like lizard man. Like imagine like
I always see them as blue. They always are
They got different colors. They can be any color really, but
like humans.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Rainbow. But yeah, no, that's my little
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I would like to start painting little models, but we only have one. We don't have any good game shops around here where you get little paints. Mm-hmm. We have one.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a comic book store or something.
Hang on.
I know.
Redacted. All right. And also, I need to make a transition noise. Cool. Okay. I could use one of those. Okay. So it's in like the middle of ghetto place. Mm-hmm. And it's like a little shitty shop with a little fucking
shitty shop of horrors
sign in the shop, sign in the parking lot that says "Don't leave anything valuable in your car." That's a good neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And I go in, and I'm like, ooh yeah, because I was excited. I was like gonna get into the hobby. I buy like 7 paints because obviously I've never done this before. Mm-hmm. They know the dude knows that I have never fucked. But he goes, oh you're stocking up on the paints, aren't you? And it's like. No fucking shit. I need them, you dick. I'm not even buying the right paints to paint the models I have because I don't know anything about them. I'm just buying paints. What? Yeah, I'm stocking up on paints. I'm buying the rest of my paints on Amazon. Fuck that store. That store can go fuck itself. All the figurines that they had, you can get on Amazon for cheaper.
Just go to Hero Forge. It's like fucking $20. You can add whatever you want to it and it doesn't change the price. Well, yeah,
but if you wanted like a pre-made one, that like
oh yeah,
like I have to paint a few models because Trevor asked me to paint a model for him. He wants me to paint it as a redacted.
Why? Well, it's Trevor. Never mind.
You gave me one too, didn't you? You wanted me to paint you a black guy.
He was like a.
I still have those models.
You have them? I didn't think you ever bought them. Where is it?
No, I didn't. Didn't you buy the model and give it to me? Oh well then. No, I don't have yours. But Trevor bought a model that looked like I had a cloak on, and he wants me to paint it like a redacted. I don't know if he wants it to be like a cloaks. Or the black. I think they have black, and there's green too. Fucking weird pricks they are. It's like you hate rainbows, but yet you have all the fucking colors of the rainbow. Shit, fucking dicks. Yeah, fuck that guy at the wargaming store. What kind of question is that? Insulting the first fucking...
Was that an insult? Maybe he was just trying to make small talk. Maybe you took it out of proportion.
No. I don't have the ability to... Like, the way he said it, the tone he said it, it was like, it wasn't as, you're stocking up on paints. It was like, you're stocking up on paint. Like, I can't do... Because I'm not a dick.
You're not a fucking degenerate.
It was such a fucking, like... What the fuck?
He violated your whole family with that sentence.
I know it sounds like I'm blowing out of proportion, but
no, you had to have been there.
You had to have been there and heard the tone of his voice and the way he just looked at me.
I'm getting angry just thinking.
With my arm full of fucking paints. I bought like 8 fucking Warhammer paints. They're like a shot glass, like less than half of a shot glass.
Yeah, I've seen their little tiny jars.
Yeah, little tiny jars. I bought like 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, you're stocking up." I was like, "Has no
That's
fucking
not-
has a
You know how many colors go into one figure? Like,
Yeah.
There's so much detail.
Have you not seen a fucking nerd come into your ghetto ass store and is there like a limit? One paint.
He probably bought all the paint he had.
There was a giant wall. I just grabbed 7 of them. You're stocking up on the fucking. Yeah, you're stocking up on your.
Did he have
you.
like a anime like shirt on or something?
No, he had a plaid shirt on.
Oh.
But not like a sexy lumberjack or a sexy cowboy. It was like a shitty.
Wrinkled.
Yeah, like my vagina was dry as hell.
Disgusting.
Like it was. Fuck that guy.
Your vagina?
Yeah.
Oh.
My.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
We have.
Yeah.
My boy pussy.
Yeah. It's a nice pussy.
Oh, I hate that. I hate bussy. I hate that word.
I know it's so.
I'd rather like if somebody said boy pussy, I don't think I would.
I don't like either of them. It's like it's an abbreviation, but it doesn't even sound good. It's like.
Yeah.
Buh. It's the buh sound.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I just I just need to buy paints off the internet. I'm gonna buy cheap off-brand paints too, because holy shit, those fucking they're too expensive for what they are. I don't even plan on playing the fucking game. I just want.
You've had that fucking box for 2 years now?
Yeah. I have things going on, okay?
Like what? Buying weird Japanese figures? No, that's my thing, actually.
You have a fucking cardboard cutout of a maid in your room.
It is Komi-san from Komi Can't Communicate. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I'm a weeb. For those of you who don't know what that is, I like anime.
If you don't know what that is,
why are you listening to this if you don't know what that is?
This isn't even a weeb podcast, but I feel like if you're on this part
this is the demographic.
This is
for weebism.
What?
Well, what is this? What is our demographic? What are you shooting for exactly?
We don't know. We're shooting for whoever fucking comes.
What if it's like racist, like priests?
I can't police
people as long as you don't tell anyone, you know?
Well, what am I supposed to do? You can't ban anyone on YouTube anymore.
I didn't know you could ban people to begin with.
In the early days of YouTube, you can ban people and they couldn't see any of your content. Huh. I don't think you could do that anymore because you don't have any. There's no. All you see is the.
Because when we get millions of subscribers, like. Yeah, we're not going to be able to pick through all of the ones.
Like, depending on your settings, it may or may not tell me, like, ooh, this guy has subscribed to you.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? Well, yeah. But, fucking hell. I think you could, I don't know. Oh, shit. But, no. Anything else?
I don't know. I'm waiting for you.
No, I was just, you know.
So, meat.
You're not gonna, what? Meat?
Meat? Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Is that it? What do you mean? Tell me your meat story.
I don't have meat stories. I work with meat. I'm a meat man. Manager's a cock. A fucking little cock.
A little cock.
He's a little cock, man.
Ooh, nice.
He's a tiny wiener haver.
A tiny wiener haver.
Yep, that's what you call him nowadays.
That is, you just explained to everyone on this podcast.
Ah, fuck.
Every single one of us.
They weren't supposed to know about that yet.
Trevor already told them.
Oh, damn it, Trevor.
I
didn't listen to the first 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
I listened to like half of the first one while I was cleaning.
Okay.
And I was like, this is good. I'll have to listen to this later. And then I couldn't find it on YouTube again. So.
What do you mean? Go to your history.
That was so long ago. I can't go back that far.
You're telling me you're not subscribed?
I think I am. I'm subscribed to your channel, Ultralek. But
yeah.
I had to have subscribed to the Dave's Ditch. What is it called? Dave's Ditch?
Yeah, Dave's Ditch Podcast. I'm having trouble with the SEO, search engine optimization, because it's a weird name for a channel. There's no say in like what it is, except it's a podcast.
Yeah.
But if you don't type in Dave's Ditch Podcast the perfect way, you won't find it.
I've looked it up several ways and I can't find it.
I've tried adding like more tags to the channel because apparently you could do that.
What kind of tags?
What do you mean?
What are some examples of some tags you've used?
Dave's Ditch Podcast, like basically different ways that say Dave's Ditch Podcast with the apostrophe, without the apostrophe, for no capitalization, every word capitalized, only Dave's capitalized.
Put like For You page, and also put like hentai and weeb
No,
stuff.
no.
That's the people I want listening to this.
Well, I'm sure they'll come for you when it comes to that. I like the idea that we have like tons of different people listening due to what we talk about.
We're very diverse.
Yeah, I'm black. You're
Yeah.
Mexican.
Uh-huh.
Trevor has a small penis.
I don't know what Trevor is.
He's
a tiny wiener haver.
And
Doesn't matter what race you are.
David is a drug addict or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. He is weed.
I'm hoping we talked about this, me and Trevor. There's a blacklist on YouTube for words that you shouldn't say because if the algorithm detects you using the words, it'll like your YouTube video will be fucked.
What words?
That's the thing. It's a huge list. It's a huge.
What's the one that comes to mind?
Well, I was gonna say they're stupid. Most of them make sense. Curse words.
Is cunt one of them?
Probably, yeah. But also anything that could be adultish or violentish. I watched one video and they blurred out the word sexual. Like they literally beep.
Okay. Well, this podcast is never gonna make money on YouTube.
Well,
then.
me and Trevor also talked. You don't make money on podcasts on YouTube. Like
Well, if someone watches it, that counts as a view.
Nobody makes money on YouTube. That's why people go to Twitch to make money on just videos. If you want to make money just on YouTube, it's never gonna happen.
So we need to make merch.
Yeah.
What kind of merch could we make? Dildos.
T-shirts and stuff and
Dildos.
mugs. No dildos.
We could sell they have the things you can make a dildo out of your own genitalia.
Yeah, I've seen those.
We could do that. Trevor's will be tiny.
Oh, we should just not say whose is whose. That'd be cool.
It'll be a mystery box.
Yeah.
You never know which one you're gonna get, and even when you get it, you don't know which one you got. Have you ever looked at the bottom of your penis?
What?
Have you ever looked at the bottom of your penis?
Yeah.
I've never looked at the bottom of it. I don't know I know what the top looks like and the sides.
You just pull it up and you see.
I've never done that. It's blowing my mind.
You just grab it and you turn it over.
You can't just turn it over.
Yeah, you can.
There's a bone in there.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there
When
is.
it's soft, you can do whatever you want to it.
There's a bone in there. Do you know what OnlyFans is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, girl I had a crush on in high school.
Okay.
She has an OnlyFans. Okay?
I'm not surprised.
And I got it. I got the OnlyFans. Funny story, while trying to make an OnlyFans account, when I went to purchase her
It shut your
page,
bank down.
It shut my bank down.
Yeah.
Shut my card down. And then for like a week, I didn't have a card. I called the bank, and they were like, "Hey, that sounds like your card got shut off. Like, hey, you got to call this number and get it fixed." And so I went and called it, got it fixed.
Were they like...
The guy, this really, he sounded cool. Like, he was like this cool black dude, and he was just like, "Hey, bro, yeah, what's your number and shit? Like, I'll get it worked out for you." I'm like, "Thank you, that's really nice."
I'd be so embarrassed because they'd be like, was
like, "Now I'm seeing a purchase on this card." He's like, I gotta know if it's you or not."
God.
He's like,
no.
I'm like, "Okay, what's the website?" He's like, "onlyfans.com," and I'm like, yeah, that was me. And he's like, "Okay, bro, stay safe out there. I just fixed your card again." He's like, "Good luck," and I was like, "Thank you."
Did he know what it was?
He has to. He sounded like he fucking knew what.
Oh no!
God. It just I don't know if he did or not, but if he's 20 years old, which he sounded like he was 20 years old, then yeah, he probably knows what the fuck it is.
Oh my god!
But I got her OnlyFans. I redid it and got it.
I forget. We talked redacted again or no?
No, different girl.
Okay.
Right here. Her name's
redacted.
Do you know who that is?
Oh yeah, she's gross.
Okay.
This is an interesting episode.
It is?
How much I'll have to cut?
Okay, it's not loading. I'll show you eventually after the podcast.
Yeah, you just send me a snapshot of it or something.
What? What were we talking about?
I don't remember. I was talking about game shop owners and how they were commenting on my paint.
Oh yeah, I'm a weeb.
And then we started talking about that. Then we started talking about a girl trying to break penises, and then we started talking about a girl's OnlyFans.
Yeah. You used to watch My Hero?
No, I don't. I don't watch anything.
Do you read? You read My Hero for a while?
Some of it, yeah, not all of it.
You don't read it anymore?
I barely exist, dude.
What do you do?
At the moment, I make art for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I...
Are you a serial killer?
I make... I'm trying to make videos because I find it fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to work.
Are you a serial killer?
Why would you say that?
I don't know. You just got, like... You seem like you... Which is fine. I might be,
Why
too.
am I a serial killer?
I don't know.
Because I got a... job?
No, I have a job, too. That doesn't make me a I know a lot of people with jobs. I don't think they've killed anyone.
It's a weird thing to say. Why would you say that?
I don't know. I just imagine, like, when I leave, you just look out the window. And you just sit there and look out the window.
No, I don't. The only reason those blinds are open is because you're here.
Oh. Well, I feel honored.
I gotta let some light in. No. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm yawning now.
That's great. Audio podcast. Yawning.
There's this one chick at my, at the pet store I go to. She has, like, the bluest eyes I've ever fucking seen. Like, that's not even me being weird, like, simping or anything. It's just, like, a statement. Like, imagine the brightest blue you've ever fucking seen. Like, it hurts to look at her eyes. I'm not even... It's just like, can you just give me my fucking...
Close your fucking eyes.
Yeah, close your... And she has this bright red hair, too. So it's, like, a weird contrast.
Dude,
it's like,
is she white?
Yeah.
Dude, she's America.
Oh! She's the United States. But it's just, like, complete opposite of my eyes. They're just black.
No, your eyes are brown.
Yeah.
I have brown eyes too. I'm a basic bitch. I have a birthmark on my eye.
I see it.
You see it? Yeah. I don't know why. I never knew that was possible, but apparently it is.
You can get a birthmark anywhere. You should see where Trevor's is.
In his intestine?
Yes. His small intestine.
You gotta fucking, like, pull that shit out to see it.
Fuck.
I had a girl compliment my eyebrows the other...
Why?
Fucking yesterday.
Why?
I don't know. I went in... I don't know if Little Caesars is, like, countrywide, but fucking Little Caesars, I went in there, and the girl, she's like... Cute girl. Like, should not be talking to me. She was just like... Oh my god, you got, like, the most bomb eyebrows I've ever seen. She's like, those are, like, the best eyebrows I've ever seen. I was like, thank you. And I'm like... I don't know what the next step is.
You say thanks, and then you... give her a compliment. I don't know what you do. I just leave. I just be like, I came for the pizza.
She handed me my pizza, and then she asked me if I wanted a receipt, and I was like...
I'd be like, oh, fuck you. Yes. What are you talking about?
I didn't take the receipt. She could have had her number on there. I should have taken the fucking receipt.
I like the idea that she, like, wrote it when you weren't looking, and it's just like, would you like a receipt? And you're like, nah. And she just spent the rest of the day like,
well,
why?
I know where that Little Caesars is at. I can go at any time. Only when she's working. And then I can follow her home and be like, hey... You said you liked my eyebrows. Is that a weird thing to do, though? Like to say...
Follow someone home?
No, the eyebrow thing.
Yeah.
Like to say you like someone's eyebrows. Like, that's a weird thing.
No,
I'm antisocial.
People don't compliment each other, but when it does happen, people like to be complimented.
Oh, I loved it. It made my day. Yeah, it made my week.
Even if... Like, there's this one guy who told me I had... A guy, like a guy, he says I look like a really amazing person. I knew what he was doing...
Was he flirting with you?
No, he was doing that. Because getting complimented, especially by a stranger, makes your whole day.
Boy, was he wrong.
Shut the fuck up.
He was so wrong.
He said I look like a really nice person, and I was like... My brain at the time was thinking, okay, he's the distraction. Somebody's going to rob me. That's what I thought. I was that... Because he just walks up to me and my mom and goes like, oh, you look like a really nice person. And I was like... looking around, like, where's the second one?
Is my mom in on this? Mom, what did you do?
Because that's a genuine tactic. Distraction and then attack.
Mm-hmm. Napoleon did that.
Yeah, except now...
With the Jews.
What?
Napoleon.
Napoleon and the Jews? What are you talking about?
The war with the Jews.
He had a war with the Jews?
Yeah, Napoleon. That's what the whole war was about.
Are you talking about Hitler?
No.
What do you mean?
Napoleon. The Great Tea Party.
What?
The Boston Tea Party. Napoleon fought the Jews.
Oh, shut up. I thought you were being serious. I was like...
I am being serious. And the ostriches came.
Shut up.
Have you ever heard about the Great Ostrich War?
Emus.
No, the Great... Emu War. The Great Emu... Have you ever heard of the Great Emu War?
Yeah, I've heard of the Great Emu War.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you lose to a bird? I don't know.
Yeah,
Whoa. So Cthulhu. Are you a fan of Cthulhu?
Kinda. I don't know all the lore. Why?
Okay, there's a new TV show coming out.
It's gonna suck.
No, it's called Lovecraft Country.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck.
No, J.J. Abrams. Why are you saying it's gonna suck?
Because these types of things do not make good. The whole point of Cthulhu and all of Lovecraft's stories is that it's supposed to transcend what your mind is possible of comprehending.
Yeah, but that's what the show's about.
But you can't accurately put that into visual effects.
Watch the trailer for it. There's 2 trailers. Second one's way better.
Like I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. It's like any remake ever. If it wasn't trying to be like Ghostbusters or anything else, it would be a good movie.
But Lovecraft has never been put into mainstream media before that I can think of. There's one movie. Okay, that's not true. There was a movie recently called Underwater with Kristen Stewart in it. Cthulhu was in that. It was like an underwater monster movie, and at the very end, Cthulhu showed up for like a split second.
And I heard of that movie, and I heard it sucked.
It did suck. Well, no, it was okay. It wasn't bad.
Because you can't accurately put the twisted thoughts of Lovecraft into visual effects.
Well, Lovecraft's media is public domain, which means anyone could do anything with it.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of it. Yeah, that's the whole point.
So it's like, I feel like if this show does well, I'm hoping it does well because it got some good talent behind it. Mm-hmm. Because I like Lovecraft. I read the Call of Cthulhu. I didn't read it. I listened to an audiobook version of it.
Yeah.
But still counts. It's talented. And there's so much like fucking stuff that can come from it.
Are you talking about Lovecraft's works or the people that
Lovecraft's work? No, that like.
Well, yeah, because he is known as the greatest horror writer ever.
Yeah, but he was a failure while he was alive.
He was a failure because he wasn't not a good person. He was good at writing, but his life sucked dick. Mm-hmm.
He died living in a terrible life, and then after people discovered his work.
Yeah, because his friend who was also a writer, I watched a video about it. His whole life sucked.
Did you ever see the clips from the game Call of Cthulhu?
No, I want to play the game.
It looked interesting, but I never got around to playing it. There's 2. There's Call of Cthulhu, and then there's
Sinking City.
The Sinking City.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how good the games are, but I want
to play them.
I like the Lovecraftian aesthetic.
Yeah.
I want to see it like, it's so good. And Cthulhu. I want to watch Cthulhu fight Godzilla.
Why?
Because it'd be fucking awesome.
It's a god versus
a god.
Godzilla's not a god.
He's a fucking god. His name's Godzilla.
He's a bug.
Did you know that Godzilla's original name was Gojira, and that gets translated into gorilla whale?
Huh.
Yeah. Gojira.
Are you being... What?
That is true, actually. That is true. Gorilla whale.
Huh.
Which... Yeah. I guess because that's what they thought of him as. Because he's like a subterranean... Like... lizard. I don't know. Gorilla whale. That's what they came up with.
Huh.
And yeah. And then America's got a hold of it and they called it Godzilla.
Yeah, because it sounds racist when you say Gojira.
Gojira.
It sounds really racist.
It's funny, in the 1998 movie, Godzilla, the terrible movie, they make a joke about the naming of it in there. I'm a big movie nerd.
Yeah, he is. He talks about shit that I don't understand.
I have so much useless knowledge about films and media that is crazy. I will bore people for hours. Unless you're interested in this stuff, then you might find it interesting.
Yeah, it's like... I'm the same way about like books that I like. When I read the book, I could say it word for word, and I just think to myself, imagine if I applied this to math. This fucking retention.
There's I don't know where directions are. My dad will tell me like highway roads. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking remember any of this. Yeah. But I can tell you facts about Star Wars and fucking Godzilla all day.
Like, why can't I do this with calculus? The fuck is wrong?
Have you ever read Lord of the Rings?
No.
Okay.
I have not watched the movies.
You haven't watched the fucking movies?
Too long and too...
No.
They were before my time.
It doesn't matter. They're still fucking great. Don't watch The Hobbit. Do not watch... The Hobbit's not good. But The Lord of the Rings is a classic. The CGI, everything just still holds up, and it's good.
I'm not doubting that. I just say
it's right up your alley.
It's just not. I'm not into movies. Like, I can't sit and watch 2 hours. You people fucking should, because this podcast is going to be like an hour and a half.
They're so good.
I know these podcasts are really good.
No, the fucking movies. If this we should name this podcast Lord of the Rings podcast. Then people would watch it. And then they'll be like, you never talk about Lord of the Rings, and then we'll be like,
all you did was bitch about girls and then talk about Lord of the Rings.
This is my life. I bitch about girls and talk about Lord of the Rings.
Now that Trevor isn't here, we could talk shit about cops.
Why, is Trevor a cop?
Yeah, he's going to school to be a cop.
Really? Trevor?
Yeah.
This is not going to be good for America.
I just hope that he doesn't get roped into, like, the corruption. Because
he will. He's Trevor.
Yeah, no, like, because I saw videos saying how, like, there's this dude who he got put in a call with, and there's this kid who was being, like, a little dick, like a teenager. But he wasn't doing anything, and he was handcuffed, and the other cop punched him in the fucking nose and broke his nose, and then turned to the other cop, the good cop, and said, like, oh, so what are we gonna charge him with? Because they couldn't charge him with anything, so he wanted to put fake charges on him, because that's cops do that all the time.
Yeah,
and he was saying, like, this guy said that he was there for like an hour, or like trying to, like, convincing him, like, no, we're not gonna fucking put charges on him. So then he's writing his reports, the good cop, and this other cop comes, this chick, and tries telling him, like, this kid's a piece of shit. You should have just... And he's just like, it's not... What the fuck are you talking about? And then, like, it just went up the chain, and he got in trouble. And it was like...
The cop got in trouble?
The good guy, yeah. It was just like... And then it just kept going. And then he got moved to that cop's department. Ugh. And they wouldn't talk to him, and they told him... that
it's like high school.
And, like, he fucking... Like, holy shit.
It's like if you shit your pants, like, in class.
The problem is that the American police system is they're like gangs. Mm-hmm. It's like a family. The police shouldn't be families like that, to where, oh, Johnson fucked up, we'll help him out. Mm-hmm. It's to a point where...
I just don't like assholes.
That's a problem. The asshole... I think that if people want to change the cop system, everybody who hates cops should become a cop, and then eventually somebody's gonna, like, get to the top, and then they'll be like, Johnson, you fucked up, you're out. Because then that just beat the corruption. That's all you gotta do.
Everyone should just hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
And buy weird Japanese dolls.
I told Trevor, I said, Trevor, I like you, but if I see you on the fucking news for some stupid shit, I'm sorry, but you're off the podcast.
I'm sorry, but Trevor, he moved away, and he can't be on the podcast anymore.
Trevor just shot a dude in the face for no reason.
No, I have a great idea. If Trevor ever does something bad, we'll still have him on the podcast, but he'll be his southern church-going woman.
No, he's already done that.
On the podcast?
So they'll know. We did a bunch of racist accents in, episode 2. Yeah.
He smothered a guy with his ass one time. It was great.
Yeah.
It was in a D&D game, Dungeons and Dragons. When are we going to do that again?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Come up with a campaign. You're the only one who can do it. I can't come up with a campaign.
You gotta have the retention to let me speak, though.
You have to have the retention to let me speak, too.
You were speaking, like, you wouldn't let me progress the story at all.
No.
Half the things that you fucking... Okay, you argued with me about situations. You argued with me
you're not supposed to argue with me. That's the whole point. You're supposed to work around what I do. It's not supposed to be a script. If I fuck things up severely, you have to be able to tuck and roll with that shit.
No, to a point, yeah. But you were just...
At one point I said I'm going to shoot this guy in the face, and you said, no, you can't do that. And
that is a lie. I've watched every single thing. I was going to let you shoot him in the face.
No, you were like...
No. I made suggestions. I don't say anything. You said, I want to shoot this guy in the face. And I said, well, he has about a dozen...
Yeah, I do remember that.
And you said, okay, I didn't just say no.
Okay.
And I would say, like, I said something in the beginning. Like, I was just like, I said something, I suggested something, and you were like, first of all, don't tell me how my character feels. Only I know that. And I was like, I hate this fucking guy already.
Okay.
You were arguing about everything, and then when you weren't arguing, you were talking about shit that was completely just not with the story.
What? Was I going off about a movie?
A movie, you're talking about other shit. I was like, this might as well be a podcast.
Well, that's... Okay.
Like, Trevor was sitting there, he was listening, he was like, he was asking questions, and he was like rolling dice. You were just arguing and complaining the whole time.
I wasn't complaining, I was having a good time.
It was
I was a pan salesman.
Yeah.
You wouldn't let me sell my fucking pants.
I did. I let you sell your pants.
You had a buff Nazi guy. Fucking.
I did not make him a Nazi.
No, he hated pans.
Yeah.
Why would you make him hate pans?
Because it's a funny part of the story. You're selling. It's okay.
A pan killed my wife, is what he said.
A pan killed your fucking wife. Yeah. Okay. It was a funny thing. You got to work around what I throw at you.
That was
you're trying
unbelievable. I don't care what you. That was an unbelievable fucking plot point.
Yeah, and you wanted to ship a fucking van to a foreign country that you have never heard of.
A van? When did I have a van?
You were adamant about having your van and your pet tiger or something.
It was a pet raccoon. His name was Nova.
And I said you could have. It's like, why the fuck would you have a pet raccoon on this trip? Oh my
Why
God.
not? Why would I have a bunch of pans? But I did. Okay, next game, I'll fix myself.
Just don't argue with me.
I won't argue with you. I'll try my hardest.
I wasn't even being mean. I was just throwing interesting situations. You're trying to sell pans. This guy hates pans. And you would just like, well, I don't like that idea.
And then he fucked Trevor. Yeah,
Trevor played the fucking game. And he had sex with a fucking pan
It
Nazi.
didn't help us at all, though.
No, but Trevor wanted to do it.
And then remember when he set the fucking priest on fire?
Yeah. He was trying to... Yeah, Yeah!
He set him on fire and shot him, and he was still alive.
Okay, so there's this dude on a moving horse wagon with guns shooting you. Fucking 2 horsepower. You're in a burning down church, and you're like, I'm gonna throw a pan at him. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be a hard throw. And you were like, no, it's not. I was like, the fuck do you mean?
I had confidence.
I was like, how do you know what the fucking... It's in my head.
I felt confident. +2 inspiration for me.
That the game doesn't have...
And I hit that motherfucker, didn't I? I hit him with the pan.
Yeah, you hit him, even though I made it a hard roll. That's how you play the fucking game. You don't just go, no. Dungeon Master, shut the fuck up. This is how it's happening. It's like, no, you could be the Dungeon Master if you want to argue with me so fucking much.
I can't, because it would be a crazy story if I were the...
You can't even play a character. Fucking hell.
I can play a character. We'll try. I'll practice, okay?
Like, fuck me.
We'll do it again, and this time I won't be as...
And
I won't be as
everything that happened to you was easily avoidable.
Was it?
But the way that you guys played the game caused all these bad things to happen. Your bag of pants got stolen because you weren't paying attention to the thieves.
When were the thieves introduced? I don't remember any thieves.
You spent like 30 minutes trying to convince a shop owner to buy your pan. And then
He needed some pans.
He obviously did not need his pan. And then you tried shooting him. No, he... And then I was like...
I don't remember this.
I said, roll a perception... I forget what the thing... I said roll. And you rolled. And I even let Trevor roll. And Trevor just noticed a man walking out of the shop with your bag.
I do remember that.
And Trevor decided not to do anything about it.
Because I didn't know about it. He did. And he didn't fucking tell me.
And the slaves at the military fort?
I fell in love with one.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just made them the thinnest characters on the planet.
Yeah, she had no personality.
Then you convinced her to not do her duties as a slave.
She was my guest. I asked them if she could be my guest at the party.
Then you started sneaking around with her as your guide. Of course they're going to execute her.
No. Why would they execute her? I forget her name. I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name. But you just completely, she's a slave, and these dudes are obviously fucking crazy.
They were there for my pleasure. and she...
I'm sure if you would have told the general, I want to have sex with this one, he would have been like, sure.
I did do that.
He offered you her, and you took her.
Mm-hmm.
We
ate dinner.
You asked her.
Mm-hmm.
You asked him, can I have this one for... And he says, oh, sure. And then you decided to have you sneak you around the base.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys got caught.
How did... we didn't get caught.
You killed 2 people.
I didn't kill anyone.
I'm not saying you played the game bad. I'm just saying there's obvious consequences.
At one point, we got into the main general's office, and there was nothing in there.
No, you found information that would have been useful if we would have kept playing the game. You found information about the monsters and why the fuck everything's happening.
Oh yeah, the little graboid monsters.
Like, you found information about all of it.
I made a circle of fire at one time to avoid the monsters.
Yeah, that's how
that can come out of the ground.
Good playing the... You played the game.
No, because they still got us. They still came.
They jumped over the...
Yeah.
I rolled them at a disadvantage because I could do that.
That was a great idea. It was like SpongeBob.
I rolled them at a disadvantage, and it just slapped one of you in the face. It didn't do much.
And then we found that girl who was a runaway, and we turned her back in.
It was so fucking funny. You found a runaway slave, and you accidentally gave her back to the people. I
feel like she was a vital plot point, and we just fucking...
I made the slaves soap, like, paper thin, because I knew, I was like, these guys are gonna fucking kill these fucking things. So, it didn't really matter. You went through, like, 3 of the fucking things, girls.
No, I went through 1. went to the one, I'm like, is she hot? And then I rolled, and it was like, no, she's fucking ugly. So then I went to the next one.
Yeah, you went to the next one.
I was like, is she hot? Yeah, she's a 10. Okay, there we go.
The first one was also stupid as hell. She, like, was brain dead, basically, probably from all the drugs or something. But it was just, like... And then I gave you a new girl that was like an actual plot character. Mm-hmm. I gave her stats and everything, and you were just like,
I didn't like it.
I hate this one.
I hate this one. She's not my girl.
And you offered, and you were thinking about killing her, and Trevor was like, why the fuck would you just kill every plot character that comes along?
Actually, no. Why was my character and fucking Trevor's southern fat black woman character to a team? Why is that a thing?
Because you wanted to be a fucking pan salesman, and he wanted to be a fat black woman.
Why, though? Why?
Because it's how
this
D&D
is like the
works.
Worst buddy cop movie ever.
It's how D&D works. You make characters, and you have a good time, and it's interesting. It wouldn't be fun if it was a pan salesman and his friend.
Mm-hmm. It would, though. Talking raccoon. He could have been a character.
It was in your... Like, I offered to have it be, like, a thing somehow in your head or something. Because you can lose sanity in that game. Mm-hmm. So I offered to... So
my guy definitely lost sanity.
So you start seeing a fucking raccoon. Like, I was going to make it a thing. Mm-hmm. And then, because your schedule's so shit, I was going to have you do a solo campaign, and there was going to be a fucking raccoon there.
We'll do it again. We'll try it again. It'll be better.
I'm rewriting the current campaign and changing the monster a bit so that you guys don't know what's happening that much.
Because I remember most of what happened.
It's a similar situation, but it's different.
Okay.
You're not flying across the world now.
It's in our own backyard.
Some kind of. I don't want to explain too much, but it's
in Trevor's ass.
I feel like it's more Cthulhu-y. But it's just like there's gonna be like similar characters, just different. I'm skipping the boat bit where your pans the guy who hated pants and Trevor had sex with. No, Trevor didn't have sex.
He did.
No, Trevor had sex with a guy whose little girl you had to babysit for the whole ride.
That was the pan guy.
Was that the...
That was the pan guy, because I went up to him. I'm like,
you threw a pan at his kid, I thought.
No, I went up to her, and I was like, hey, where's your dad? And she's like, he's over there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, sir, would you like to buy some pans?
At one point, you did accidentally hit him with a pan, because you had to take her to the emergency room on the boat.
And then Trevor swooped in and was like, oh, you're such a man.
Because that's Trevor's character. He's
he was like,
promiscuous.
And Trevor rolled like a 10 on his fucking beauty. So he's fucking a hot, fat old black woman.
He, the higher you roll in that game for those kind of stats, he rolled like, he was like a 60 attractiveness. 65.
I remember it being really high.
Yeah, both years were pretty high. I might have to, like, figure out if I did the stats wrong, because you guys had high on most things. I do have... Because the book even tells me, the reason I was playing the game with so many liberties was because the book told me if it works, just tell them something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I was like, okay, I do that, and you're just like, you don't have the power to tell me what's going on in my own mind, and it's like, I do, motherfucker. I have the. Fuck me.
I'm sorry.
I was like, you have a letter, and oh yeah, you decide to open it. Because why the fuck would I say, what do you want to do with the letter? Throw it away. And you were like, don't tell me what my character does. And I was like, it's basically a cutscene, motherfucker. Holy shit.
Like, you don't have control.
That was 3/4 of the fucking game was you telling me not to do something. And I was just like... And then you turned around one time at the end of one session and you went, I'm really proud of you. You did really good as a DM. And I was like, did I? Because you made it sound like
no, I'm impressed with how far you got with me. Because...
And then I'm complaining to you and you're like, I'll have you know, all my friends love it when I play D&D with them. They always invite me back. And I was like, oh my fucking Jesus.
You don't understand my humor, okay?
Your humor is disrupting every part of the game.
There were some funny fucking moments that happened in other games.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's listening to this, but one of my friends who was a DM, I'm fucking... Okay, at the moment, you're pissed off at me, but later on, it's something we can laugh at. We're laughing about it right now, aren't we? You're not frustrated at all now.
We didn't finish it. We barely got through the second act of the story.
How many acts were there?
It was supposed to be a 5-minute fucking, like, story. And it just fucking... You get a letter, you go to the place... Oh my god, it's different, blah blah, you meet these people, you go to this place, go to this place, go to this place, done. You burn down a church, but little things...
That was Trevor's fault.
Little things do happen, that's how that's what makes the game fun.
It's character development.
Yeah, like, you tried finding out information in the church, and you ended up burning it down. That happens in D&D. Mm-hmm. There was no arguing in that part, except for when you told me that you apparently were a marksman that could hit a moving target.
Well, I did, I had high-ass...
That doesn't mean that the situation is easy, though. That just means that when you roll, it's easier for you to succeed. Mm-hmm. Your stats do not matter in my head. All that matters is that your stats only count on the dice rolls. If you have a high perception, I'm not just going to have you automatically see things. You need to roll for the shit.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
This is now the D&D podcast. Dave's Ditch D&D podcast.
I want to punch this microphone. I'm just joking. I'm not that pissed. But no, I wish we had a video, because Trevor even was like telling me, he ruined the whole fucking thing.
I ruined the whole thing?
That's what he said. He was like, he wouldn't let you talk. I was like, yeah, he wouldn't let me talk.
I apologize.
Trevor was just so pissed, because he took off work that day to play the fucking game, and then you are just completely just...
I'm sorry, I have such a branching imagination.
It wasn't that. You told me the next day, I'm sorry about last night. Next time I come, I'll make sure I take my pills. And I was like...
Oh, I still don't have those.
And I was like, you have pills and you're not taking them? What the fuck are they?
I have really, really bad ADD.
The whole thing, I was just like... It was so funny to me. Like, it was funny.
I promise I will not do that. If we do it again, I promise.
Trevor wants to do it again.
I do too.
You want to do it again?
I want to do it again.
I'll do it.
I'll help as much as I can, and I won't be like the last me.
There's no helping needed. I just let me fucking do the story. Jesus. It's just like I'm sure I could find the recording. I would talk, and then I'd talk, and you'd be like, "This game fucking sucks."
I didn't say that. When did I
you did say that. You said this game sucks, and I was just like.
Probably as a joke. I had a fucking blast.
You were just like completely. I would talk. I would be like, okay, so then like the room's kind of I don't know what I forget what. So I would be explaining things, and then you would just like start talking to Trevor about someone else. I was like, okay.
I'm sorry I put you through so much.
Yeah, I have a drug habit now.
What kind of drugs?
All of them. I just mix them together. Mm-hmm. I'm addicted to cigars now.
Are you really?
No.
Okay.
Who gets addicted to cigars?
Mafia members.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, Last of Us 2. Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it. I heard it sucks. I heard it sucked.
It's not good.
They add a new character and then try to force her down your throat.
They made a lot of bad decisions. I wouldn't say it's a bad game.
Yeah.
The gameplay, it's fun when you're doing it.
It's
like, I don't know.
It's kind of like what I said before. If it wasn't trying to be a Last of Us game, it probably would have been perceived as good.
I don't know why they chose that fucking story. It makes no sense.
I don't know.
They should have done anything else. Yeah. Literally anything else. But it's like, now it's canon, and they can't take it back, which sucks. Because I don't know how they're going to fucking fix it.
Yeah, I'm not mad about the part of them killing Joel, because
that would have been interesting if they had done it in a different way.
I haven't played the game, and I didn't play the first game. I hate exclusives.
It's on PC.
It is?
Yeah.
Is the first one?
Last of Us, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was a PS4 exclusive.
They did remasters and stuff.
Oh, I'm not interested in the fucking remasters.
Last of Us on PC. Hold on.
I don't think it is, dude.
Hold on. Gamers can still play Last of Us on PC thanks to the PS Now emulator. Okay, so there's a PS emulator.
I'm not doing an emulator.
You gotta play Last of Us. Last of Us is one of the greatest games ever created, other than Uncharted 4, which is also great, made by the same company. But you should play it.
No, I'm good.
Or at least watch a gameplay of it, because it's fucking good.
Yeah, I think I watched the first. I watched PewDiePie play the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a Twitch streamer, she got banned on Twitch. I don't know the comments that she made, but she obviously didn't like Abby, and she made comments about how manly she looks because she's unrealistically fit as fuck.
Yeah,
she looks like she has testosterone, like more than I do.
Uh-huh. My mom walked in while I was playing. She's like, "Is that a woman?" I said, "Yes." She's like, "Oh my god!"
And then they have sex. Mm-hmm. Like, well, I don't want to see this. Like, holy fuck!
I'm not against buff women, but it's like
me neither.
It's like
Abby just did not look appealing.
I didn't need to see that. They could have hinted at it and then cut away, but they let it go.
They just needed to like pad stuff out. Like,
and they needed to also not have you play as Abby for fucking 10 hours. That also would have helped the game a lot because I didn't the whole time I was playing it, I'm like, I don't want to be this girl. I don't want to be this girl.
Don't they kill Joel and then they have you play as her?
No, you play as Ellie, the main girl.
Yeah.
For like maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, then it switches over, like, there's a black screen, then you wake up, you're like a fucking buff woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, who the fuck is this chick? You play as her for like maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it's cutscene, character dialogue. And then you find out who the fucking girl is. She's fucking trying to kill Joel. And then her team's like, we're not gonna fucking like, oh, this chick's pregnant, we can't kill Joel now, we gotta go back. And she's like, okay. Then she goes off on her own. And then she finds Joel. Okay, Joel saves her life. Then you have a whole fucking, like, fight against zombies and shit. And then you take Joel back to your house and you kill him. It's like... And then after that you play as Ellie for, like, 15 hours. Okay. And then after that you play as Abby. Like, fucking height of the game. Yeah. Like, shit's going down. Cuts away. Like, 3 days earlier, you're fucking Abby. And then you have to play through those 3 days as Abby. And it's, like, the stupidest fucking thing.
Yeah, it sounds like... all of this could have worked if they did it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those kinds of things work sometimes. Yeah, it could be seen as good storytelling or lazy storytelling. Yeah. And it seems like The Last of Us, what they did with Abby was lazy storytelling. Well, they just go, we need to have them know about this character, so we're going to force it. Like, if they would have hinted at a lot of things, people are smart. They would have found out her backstory. Oh, she's this guy's daughter, and he's dead now, and she's pissed. Good fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to just... And like, in other games, they have you... Hey, guess what? You're playing as this bitch now. And it's fun. But they didn't do it right.
Yeah. I keep going back to it. It's not the story I would have told. Like, they did a good job, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they had fucking 6 years to make this game. Like, the first game came out in, 2014?
First game 3 of those years was rendering Abby's muscles.
Fuck yeah, it was. But it just, I don't know. And I've heard some shit about the director that pisses me off. Like, he apparently, whenever they were making the game, they didn't have the word fun in mind when they were making the game. That's never a thought that came into their mind, was the word fun. And also the director said some shit about how fictional characters shouldn't have impact on your everyday life. which is kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, it just seems like I think he thinks he's bigger than he really is. If George Martin says some shit like that, it's like, well, duh, it's George Martin. Mm-hmm. He fucking will.
But this guy who I've never heard of.
Not even that you didn't hear of him. It's just not the right media to do that.
Yeah.
People don't play games.
I play games to escape.
Like, I don't know. People didn't have fun with The Last of Us 1.
They did. It was fun. It was like the two characters.
I thought, but it was more of a character. Like, it was more of the story kind of fun, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't just like, oh my god, this game. It was amazing because of Joel and Ellie and the story they went through.
Their dynamic.
I think he saw that and went, okay, we could just. Like I said, I might not be the best person to talk about it because I could give a shit about the game, but. But maybe that means that I am the perfect person to talk about it, because I don't give a fuck about Ellie or anyone.
Yeah.
Fuck Ellie.
They're making a show about it.
Oh, my, it's going to suck.
No.
It's going to suck.
You know who Josh Brolin is?
Yeah.
You know who he is?
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising. But, okay, he's the guy, Troy Baker, who voices Joel in both games.
Yeah.
He said that his choice for the actor to portray Joel on screen would be Josh Brolin.
Okay.
And then the perfect choice, not from him, but from everyone, for Ellie would be Ellen Page, except she's like fucking 40 now, so she couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But Ellie was based off. Have you ever seen Juno? Probably not.
No.
No? Okay, never mind. You ever see Umbrella Academy on Netflix?
No.
Okay, never mind. You ever see fucking X-Men 3?
No.
Last Stand? No? Okay, never mind. Do you watch movies?
No.
Okay.
You ever see... Does she look like a porn actress?
No. Ellen Page, have you ever heard Ellie's dialogue in the game at all?
Yeah, I've heard her voice.
Okay, that's Ellen Page.
Yeah, she looks exactly like her, right?
Yeah. Well, they based her off of Ellen Page.
I'm assuming, yeah, we'll just say I know who she is.
Yeah. If you know who Ellie is, you know who she is.
Yeah, I don't think it's you have to do it right. You can't just give that fuck off attitude. Like, George Martin built his whole storyline based on there's no plot armor, at least when they were based on his books, talking about the movies, or the show. There's no plot armor, and sometimes you're forced to read about characters that you don't give a shit about, and you have to wait to get back to the storyline that you...
Yeah, all the stuff's building up to something.
And sometimes the story focuses on characters that you hate and you want to die, but it was done good. And it sounds like this guy was trying to be like that. He sounds like he wanted to make an experience, not a fun game. Mm-hmm. This isn't the type of game to make an experience. Mm-mm. It wasn't built up to be that in the first game. It was never viewed as that. You obviously didn't have the fucking power to make it that. In 6 fucking years, get over it. Make a fun game. Mm-hmm. Kill Joel. And
at the end, or like even in like the
at the height of the game, I don't care.
Like, it would have been just the way they fucked him. They fucked him over. Like,
and if you wanted to have Abby's storyline so much, did they include Abby in the first game at all?
No.
Hinted it in the
first. They
included
her dad.
Foreshadow.
Who was never really like.
Have him have like a picture of Abby as a kid on his desk or some shit. Like, it's called foreshadowing. Did you learn about it in school?
That's another thing about the fucking game that irritated me. Okay, so in the first game, great father-daughter dynamic between two characters.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like at the end of the game, it's like they're fucking family. Like, there's nothing stopping that. At the beginning of the second game,
isn't she pissed at him for doing?
She's like, okay, there was a flat. Okay, it starts out like she's young. Like, she's as young as she was in the first game. It's like 6 months later after the first game. And it's like, they're talking, and I'm getting this cringy vibe from it. Like, Joel's trying to be a dad, and Ellie kind of seems like, ew, like, you're not my dad.
I saw one clip where she was pissed at him for not letting her die or something.
Yeah, she was like, that was my moment. That gave my life meaning, and you took that away from me.
Fuck off. Your life didn't have meaning. Mm-hmm. But... I heard the lore is that there were a lot of kids like her who were
That's not true.
But they were killing them or something, right?
I don't know.
I heard, I saw a comment or something that in the lore, there were more kids like her that could have made cures, but they killed the kids for I don't know why. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. There's I think a voice. I don't know. I watched a game theory or something about it, about the virus and how Ellie's not really
a cure.
She's infected, but it doesn't affect her like it affects other people.
But it's not like
it's not a cure. It's more like she's.
It's like in Dead Island. It's like, oh, if you have the blood type B, then you're immune to the virus, and it's like, fuck, that's not my blood type.
Well, I'm infected, which makes me wonder if Ellie bites someone, will they get infected?
Wasn't that touched on in the first game?
No, not really, because she bit someone in the second game, and I'm like, I'm wondering if they'll get infected or not.
Well, I hope not, because if she has sex with someone,
it's like,
if she
could she get someone pregnant through sex?
What?
Or even kissing?
What are you saying?
Ellie, if she were to,
could she get someone pregnant through sex?
Or not pregnant? Could she get someone infected?
That's what I was asking. Like, is it like an STD? Like,
I don't know, because she kissed this one girl a lot in that movie, or in the fucking game. And it's like, I thought about it. I'm like, could she get...
I saw a video about what you were saying. A lot of games have a dad-daughter dynamic, because it's easy to, like, make us sympathize with, like,
well,
this is a second chance as a dad or something.
That dynamic does not work. If it were a fucking grown woman and a boy,
that
dynamic would not work.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's something about seeing a grown man show emotion, like a loving father emotion to a young girl.
I think it's because, typically speaking, stereotypically, nowadays it might be different because people don't want to follow the norm. Women have a motherly instinct to where they'll take care of kids that aren't theirs. But men barely want to take care of their own kids. Yeah. So it's, I think that's just it. I think it goes against what we're used to seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've thought about that a lot, and it's like, it wouldn't work any other way.
It's the opposite of, like, people always complain, weird people always complain, like, a grown woman kisses a little boy, and nobody cares. Like,
oh, yeah,
nobody cares, but if, like... Because he's like, oh, I want my first kiss. And then she's like, oh, okay, kisses him. But if a grown man did that to a girl, there'd be, like, a riot. I personally, I don't like any of it. Just don't kiss my fucking kid.
Yeah, don't touch my kid. I'm never going to have a kid, but if I do, don't touch it.
Didn't Katy Perry kiss a little boy on stage?
That was the luckiest little boy. Actually, no, I hate Katy Perry. She's...
Like, I heard imagine she's a bitch. Imagine if it was, like, Joe Jonas, and he kissed, like, 11-year-old girl.
That would be weird, yeah.
It's like if Katy Perry kissed my kid, I would sue her so much. I would be like, I'm pissed, but thank you, Timmy. You just made us rich as hell.
I'm mad it wasn't me.
No, like I'd be like, hey, you want to go to a fucking Taylor Swift concert next?
Dude, this kid's got something. I don't know what it is.
I'd sue everyone. I'd be like, my son has been molested by every female singer. What?
Wait, Katy Perry. I don't know. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah, Katy Perry sings. Yeah.
Who was the first girl we were talking about? Was it Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Has it always been Katy Perry? Okay.
Yeah. We've never talked about anyone else. No, but yeah, you just gotta make the stories like correct. Do it right. You can't just fuck around and hope that it makes something.
What are you talking about? D&D now or podcast?
No, the Last of Us.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, in 8 years we'll be able to see how they fix it, or if they're just gonna call it quits. It's funny. Naughty Dog Games, great fucking production company.
Yeah.
They've made countless successes. They do this one bad game and it's like, oh, Naughty Dog's going to shit. It's over. And it's like, no, they've had one bad game out of 10 great games.
It's like, it was the opposite for Telltale, though. It's just like the only good game they make is The Walking Dead.
That's not true. They have so many good games.
Now, if you ask the internet, they're just like...
Fucking Wolf Among Us, fucking even the Guardians of the Galaxy games.
But they did none of them raked in the success. None of them raked in the success that The Walking Dead did.
Yeah.
If you ask if you ask the internet, you'll always be told that they lost out on all their games except for that's why they shut down because all their games were shit.
They weren't shit.
Because they came up with a fun concept. Oh, we could just do this 1,000 times for every little nook and cranny that exists. Fantasy, Back to the Future, that.
Well, Back to the Future came out before Walking Dead.
Yeah, but they found it got popular. I never heard about Telltale until The Walking Dead came out.
That's how I discovered it. I played it. The fucking Walking Dead game. I played it on my iPod Touch.
Yeah.
It ran like shit, but it was like, and the first episode you could do for free. The rest you had to buy.
Yep.
I cannot tell you how many times I played the first episode.
Trevor still hasn't finished the first season.
What the fuck? I haven't finished the last season.
I haven't finished it.
I started playing it with my one girlfriend who I now hate, and I played through 2 episodes out of 4.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm trying to wait till I forget what happened in those first 2 episodes.
You hate her for the stupidest reasons.
I can't play Dead by Daylight anymore.
The dumbest reasons. You just despise this poor girl.
She's fine. I tried to reach out to her and just fix things, but I'll never play Dead by Daylight ever again. I burnt that shit.
I want to play Dead by Daylight.
It was a fun game. that was her life, and it was annoying.
I think if you played it a lot with someone you liked, actually, you would have a different viewpoint.
Yeah.
I want to play it with David, so.
Also, the community's kind of cringy.
Oh, that's any game.
It's like the My Little Pony communities, and the fucking furry community, and the weeb community, and the game Star Wars community. Yeah, like you said, any community.
Yeah, they're all shit. They all suck.
Is there one community that is good? Not Rick and Morty. Oh God, I can't watch that show because of their community.
It's so funny because you mentioned My Hero Academia before we were started.
Yeah,
the anime community's good and bad, but I think people are starting to try to push the Western sort of cancel culture onto anime.
Cancel culture? What's that?
You say something that might be mean, and people start saying you're racist and a pedophile and everything. They basically just try to ruin you for something that... Like, Shane Dawson's getting fucking attacked now because... Well, he's a pedophile, so...
Who the fuck's Shane Dawson?
I don't fucking know. A YouTuber that was famous, and now he makes makeup, and now he touches kids, I guess. I don't know.
That's, Isn't fucking, the one guy...
James Charles?
James Charles, isn't he?
He allegedly... Okay, some motherfucker got mad because he didn't sponsor her pills, and he sponsored somebody else's pills on Snapchat because he needed a free pass to get into some thing. I'm paraphrasing a lot. And she got mad and made a video and then started saying that he pressures straight guys into sex. Which, if you look on any other website or any forum that gay people talk on, apparently that's that's a niche in the gay community. I want to convince this straight dude to have sex with me. That's a normal thing.
Videos on any.
It's a normal thing in their community. Straight dudes have I want to have sex with a lesbian.
Okay, pressuring someone isn't like rape. It's like, hey, you want to fuck me? No, you sure you don't want to fuck me? Okay, I'll fuck you.
Well, let's not say that. There's levels. There's no good way to go on about it. He it turns out he didn't. He just has that thing. He just likes straight guys. It's a fetish of his. Good fucking who cares?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? She was
a lesbian once.
She was
on accident, but it happened.
She was just using his thing that he started saying it was funny because he made a joke saying that they're in a restaurant, him and this girl,
Katy Perry.
No, some
JoJo Swarza.
Some copy pasted makeup YouTuber.
Oh, PewDiePie.
Something, but he made a comment on the waiter, a comment, and she was like, James, you can't say that, he's straight. And he made a joke saying, it doesn't matter, I'm rich. And It's not like she actually he held him down and molested him.
Yeah.
That's old news, though. Everyone's over that.
Everything's old news eventually.
Like, James Charles still exists. That's the thing with cancel culture, though. You're only canceled to, like, a very small group of people. Because, like, if somebody calls Trevor racist, all they have to do is say, no, I'm not. Everyone who likes Trevor still... No, like, 90% of the people that like Trevor aren't going to stop watching him because people on Twitter are bitching about him.
It's like the stuff with PewDiePie. Remember when he had all that downfall?
He grew.
It's like, what he did was fucking stupid, but it's like, I still like him, you know? It's not like, it didn't ruin it for me. I was like, oh, come on, man, like, why? But, I mean, he's not like that anymore. He's changed his ways a lot, and it's like, good for you.
I don't think he changed. I think he just put a heavier filter on it. It's like he was saying, like, he was just testing the waters, and hey, holy shit, you fucking tested that shit.
But when you're as successful as he is, you can do that shit. You can test the waters. He tested a little too far, but he...
No. Holy shit, like, James Charles.
Didn't he pose nude one time?
He posted, like, an ass picture, and I have never seen it, but apparently it was, like, Kim Kardashian colossalness.
Time to look this up.
The fuck?
Pull that up right away.
How many fake emails do you have?
What? 4.
Why do you give them real names?
It's not real names.
Oh.
It was random, I think. Oh, shit. Damn, James. What the fuck? James hit me up.
I wouldn't call those nudes.
He's nude. What the fuck is that? That's
barely a nude.
That is... What?
That's like... that's just an ass.
No, that's him. Apparently that's him, too. But he's got a tiny...
Shut up, dude.
But it's tiny. I don't like his face, though.
That's very rude.
No, I just like...
Well, he has makeup on.
Yeah, I don't like makeup. Go natural. Why you gotta do makeup and shit?
He's a beauty YouTuber.
That is true. I don't know what he does. All I know is that he goes, hey, sisters. Okay, we gotta wrap this up. Because I gotta go.
Everyone, this has been Dave's Ditch Podcast, episode 4. I'm Ultralek. Subscribe to this channel and my channel. That's Michael. He doesn't have a channel.
I do have a channel, actually. Don't use it.
Yeah, he doesn't use it, yeah. Trevor will be back next time. Maybe David will come on.
David.
I don't know if one of Michael's ever going to be back.
Just let me know. I'll see if I can. I may not look like it. I'm a very busy guy, though.
And, yeah. After editing all this out, I'll see how much we have left.
Yeah.
Because at least half an hour of this I'll have to cut out.
Yeah, I know. James Charles ass.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was, I didn't tell Trevor about this.
Mm-hmm. So he'll just find out when we post it.
Yeah. Alright. Goodbye.
Are you talking to them or me?
Them, yeah.
Bye.